to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're doing a full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. So let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we? We're keeping it rolling. Here we are doing the Hornitos Reposado. There you go. We'll give you a quick look at the bottle there. 100% pure agave, 40% alcohol by volume. This is a 375 bottle. I have my reasons for doing the 375 bottle. There you go. Get a quick look at that. $97 calories. I wonder, that's very interesting. Ugh, nice cork pop on this. Go ahead and get a pour on. If you're new to the channel, let's do the rundown real quick. Mr. Randy does 3 parts in a series. He does 1 off the rip, get it home, crack it open, pour it in a glass, have my first impression, share it with you because that's why we're here. Part 2, full review time. I drink it down about halfway. I cork it back up, put it back on the shelf, leave it for a week because it's 375. I don't have a whole lot of time at the moment, so that's why we're rushing through this. And that's why we chose the smaller bottles. Full review, I go online, I find as much information as I possibly can. In this case, next to nothing but reviews and their opinions. That's what I found. I found a lot of opinions. I come back, we talk about it, we continue to drink it, I score it, and then we continue to drink it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And there it is. Part 3, final pour, all the way down here. It's a lot easier to get there from here. It's called the final pour, thusly named. We have that. We compare it to the first pour off the rip and everything in between. Breathe. It's relatively light on the color, but the color is only an indication of a few different things. Is it barrel rested? How long has it rested? The darker it is, the more it's rested. Sometimes companies will add in color. There's the E35 or something like that color that they add that caramel coloring to give it that sort of darker look to where it looks like those in the back. And we don't need it. We don't need that. I mean, really, don't try and lie, because as soon as we taste it, we know you lied to us. On the nose, this is just like the Espolón. The full review is revealing that the nose is better than off the rip. A lot of times these spirits are going to be a little harsh, a little rough around the edges, a little aggressive off the rip. But once they get to relax, they get to open up. Everything's better when you just relax. Things get better when you relax. The nose is a little bit better. I'm going to be honest about that. Definitely, it's a little bit better. I remember it being a little aggressive, but not too much to be off-putting. Now, they use large oak vats. There was something else about those vats. Large oak vats. They rest in those for 2 months. Again, very limited time exposure with these barrels, with these woods. I don't remember seeing what kind of oak they used. It just stated that they were oak. They were large oak vats, and they rested in them for 2 months. I wonder what they do with those vats and those barrels after they've rested them for only 2 months. Sometimes they put whiskey in them, and they have whiskey that's tainted with tequila. And some people like it. Most people, I find, don't. So this was established in 1950. And Mr. Randy paid just under $17 out the door for this 375. I found that the Hornitos standard 750 milliliter bottle is roughly about $20 to $25 in my area. Now, Hornitos has kind of a big kind of a thing, not necessarily a conglomerate, but they have a lot of stuff going on. They have the Blanco, the Reposado, and I believe I've seen the Añejo. But I do believe they have limited editions sometimes. It's more of a marketing company than a lot of anything else. It's kind of like that Don Julio. Is it Don Julio? No, it's the Jose Cuervo. Jose Cuervo is known for being just a marketing deal. We'll get into that once we finally get around to doing that brand. Nice on the nose. Let's go ahead and get it on the palate. Let's get that first palating out of the way. Interesting. Just like the Espolón, my thoughts on it have quickly changed when we do halfway. This has had time to relax, to open up, to figure out what does it want to be in its life. Short as it may be, it's decided to be better. Not a whole lot, but enough to be more acceptable. So they call this a pale straw color. I would have to agree. It is the lightest. It is the lightest of the three that I have. So on the nose, you get spice. They say green apple and honey. I guess I could see the honey, that white pepper, green apple, kind of not the sour green apple, but like a nice sweet, sort of slightly tart green apple. I could get with that, sure. It's got a much better nose now than it did off the rip. Let's go ahead and get that second palating and see what it has to say. Yeah, first you're getting spice, green apple, fruits, herbs, followed by the oak, vanilla. This one actually has more character than the Espolón back there. That's very smooth, very leveled out. Not a whole lot action going on the Espolón, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. Enjoy. This has a little bit more liveliness to it. We'll get one more palate and we'll talk about So just like the Espolón, it's got some pretty good viscosity, transfers well to the mouth. Not as silky smooth as the Espolón. It's a little bit looser, a little bit juicier, a little bit livelier, a little more spicy. That's pretty much the dominant flavor, and the palate is going to be some spice, followed up by a little bits here and there of the fruits and whatnot. That's actually gotten better. It's gotten a whole lot better. Let's go ahead and do this finish. It's a beautiful day here in Central Texas. We've got some very beautiful weather on the way. I've got some tongue action. Pretty much the entirety of the tongue is pretty much leveled. Tip, top, sides, back, everything the same. Lips are kicking in. Gums a little bit behind that. Cheeks are definitely way out there. But mild though. Not heavily intense, but mild at that. Not a whole lot of heat backing up, coming up in the back end. The lips are a little bit nummy. That's kind of nice. If you're still watching and you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the heart button, whatever the algorithm or whatever platform you're watching this on, just so that it lets you let it know. You let it know. You tell it you are the master. Let it know you like these videos. If you don't want to miss a video, go ahead and hit the follow or the subscribe, whatever it is, so that as soon as I let these videos out, they come running to you. That's how we do. That's a pretty nice finish, actually. It's not great, spantacular kind of thing, but it's good. It's a lot better than off the rip, and it's a lot better than I gave it credit for. I apologize. My score on this, I gave the Espolón a solid 3 out of 5. I'm going to give the Hornitos a strong 3 out of 5. I think it just beats out the Espolón. So if I gave that a solid 3, this has to have a strong 3. My fair price for this, I think it's fine. It's less than $17 out the door, which does beat the Espolón, which is kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of difference between the quality and what they do and blah, 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 between all of these tequilas. But I don't know all those bits and pieces. I just know price points. I know whether it's good or not, whether I like it, whether I will buy it again. I do kind of have a slice of a purist in me that doesn't like all the unnecessary added stuff in it, which kind of knocks out a few of these as being, you know, qualifiers, but we'll get into that later. Right now, we're just enjoying the ride for tequila. My fair price, I'll leave it alone. I think it's fine where it's at. This pretty much matches up with like the Luna Azul in price point. I would definitely take the Luna Azul over this one. Hands down, no comparison on that one. Would I buy this again? If I saw it on a good sale, a really good sale, I'd probably pick one up just for, you know, random pours or whatever. if I needed something that was a no-brainer, I think this would be okay for the moment. Until I find out more about Hornitos, then that's what it would be. Do me a favor, in the comment section, let me know where you're at. What are you drinking? What do you think about Hornitos? And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. We'll say it's okay. We'll say it's okay one.